Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to stream this morning. So excited. We got more visual novels today. Let's go. Let me pull up this thing real quick. Make sure I also have everything. Set up. Okay. Gonna pucker chat you up. Oh no. Not so. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday. Finally, gosh. I feel like this week was actually like it was zooming, but also not zooming, if that makes sense. It's very, yeah. It's been a long week, but a good week. It's very confusing. Because usually when it's a long week, it's been a tough week, but no, it's been long and also good at the same time. That sounds terrible in my head. Sure, go ahead, sweet kisses from the band. Oh my gosh. But yeah, see, so you mentioned a theater, right? This is about the theater. But it's also I love the description. It says, warning, this game contains a bottom / uke protagonist. And I was like, look here. Oh my god. I'm like, not this again. It's like it's distant ocean and getaway over again. Call me a bottom. Look here. We got so long and tough. Like exactly. See, that's why I said it and I was like, huh. Hi, Jaju. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. It is just beginning for me. And I am super tired today for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't really know why, but I'm super tired. Hi, Jess. Thank you for hydrate. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, but yes, more about this game, Taisho Romance Theater. It's about the theater, yes. It is also a horror visual novel. I turned off more of the gory stuff because I'm not sure how gory it's gonna be, and I know YouTube hates that. And since I'm multi-streaming to YouTube, I was just like, just in case, just in case. But this demo is also very long. I think it said it was supposed to be like more than 5 to 6 hours, and I was like, holy shit. That's a long ass demo, but I appreciate it because usually demos are only about like 45 minutes to an hour long, so it gives you like a little like basically a little kiss of what the game is about. What do you mean YouTube loves it? Core levels to the max in Yakuza. Okay, let me read the advisory and you tell me. This demo contains mild blood, grotesque, violent, and horror elements. Where is it? Certain scenes in the game feature grotesque imagery, including exposed enrolls and similar content. So, I am like, if you've ever played well, I guess probably not because it's a boys love game, but in case you've ever played it, Toga no Chi, like that one, like I was like, oh my god. His intestines are everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. So YouTube, I was like, fuck, wait, I can't say that shit. Damn it, Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, YouTube typically doesn't care as long as it's not in the first couple minutes or so. Couple minutes or seconds. They don't really care that much. I mean, there's Corpse Party. Oh, well, yeah, but they don't have like the full like videos on there. That's why I was like, It was 2 minutes in. Oh, well, might be okay. Maybe. Maybe, possibly, mayhaps. But you know what? Because it's almost October, we'll leave it on and we'll just have to see how bad it is for ourselves, because personally it doesn't bother me. Like, I love horror. Like, horror is like my favorite. I love horror movies, I love horror games. I love it. Even though I'm super jump scary, I love it. So we'll just leave it on anyway then, just in case. For now, we'll leave it on, see how bad it is. Horror booba, no. No. It does have girl boy relationships, but also has boys love content, because like it says bottom slash uke protagonist, and I was like, I guess we a bottom. But there's some other things in here as well. What if it says all of them in here? Advisory is on. I'm just looking through it real quick before we go through. There's also other things, like the very fucked up family. Apparently there's incest as well. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be a time. She loves horror. Or look here. Wait. Yeah, there's a horror visual novel and the theater. It's like solving a, not necessarily a mystery, but more like trying to find clues about his past, and then some other things that we'll get into when we start playing the game. See if I'm helping. Let me see if there's anything else on the Steam page. That's like character introductions. Okay, story. Okay, Kotori Sakuma has lost his past memories. Oh no, not the amnesia. Amnesia. Yeah, for whatever reason, a lot of horror games have that one way or another. I don't know why, but all of them do. Who lost his memory in an accident travels to Tokyo with his troupe to prepare for the premiere of a new script. However, his previously peaceful life is shattered by an unexpected event. Something he says suddenly possesses unknown power. Consequently, the other side of the world, which ordinary people cannot touch, reveals its secret to him. So we're going to investigate his past and find answers to the suspicious death of a friend. No. This drags him into a murder accusation. Excuse me, I would never murder my friend. Or did I? Because I don't know. It's gonna be a time. But yeah, it's a long demo, so we probably won't finish it, but we'll see how we feel in a couple hours. I'm gonna switch over. Here we go. I'll have to rearrange this in case that we're in the way, but for right now it seems like it's okie dokie. Did you ever play Code Vein? Yeah, I did play it. I never finished it though. I got annoyed with the last boss fight. I was like, I'm done here. I'm not a fan of the whole like I need to dodge majority of time to get one hit in for games. Like, I hate that kind of gameplay, so I'm like, I really hated playing Code Vein. Like, I liked like the story itself and the characters and whatnot. The gameplay, I was not a fan. You boy girl. Hi Luca. Imagine boy girl relationship. No. We gotta get the boys love and the girls love. Yes, yes, yes. Hi Cookie. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. Because the sequel's coming, and the villain is a 9-foot tall goth booba lady. Of course. 9 foot tall. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Why so tall? That's why they make him taller and taller each time. Yeah, we have the gore turned on for now. We're gonna see how bad it is. If it ends up being too much, we'll just turn it off. But like I said, I like gore. It's fine with me, but I don't know if YouTube will like it or not. Usually YouTube's okay if it's like a little bit, but if it's too much, they go eh. And then about you have all the information here, the wish list, their Discord, Patreon. Oh, that Patreon too, nice. Twitter, Blue Sky, and an email. Help! I need help. I don't even told you. Self-voicing. Interesting. Oh, you can take screenshots too. Huh. Very nice. Albert. Oh, they even have controller configuration over here. That's cool. I like that a lot. Because a lot of them don't. They just have it based on keyboard and mouse. But then like if you plug in a controller, it'll probably work, but they don't have like specific stuff set up for it. Anyway, let's start with the story. I think I might be dreaming. Also, I might need to turn the volume up some. It's quieter in the game than it was on the title. Okay. Ooh, hand holding. Hand holding. A warm, soft darkness wraps around me. In the boundless distance, specks of light glimmer like emeralds. I drift in this animatronic blackness, which bathes my bare eyes, ears, nose, and mouth in bliss. As that brilliant jade hue engulfs my body, the stars begin to blink in unison. And from the furthest depths from within me, from such an intimate darkness, rises a chorus of sighs, so familiar that it brings tears to my eyes. Here you are. Something brushes gently against my cheek. Delicate as a feather, it stirs a breath of air that leaves ripples in my vision. Even smaller than I thought, so it's been this long. I want to open my mouth to ask whose voice this is, but it reaches my senses, even before the voice, is a taste, bitter and impossible to describe. Why can't I remember your name, no matter how hard I try? At some point, I'm not sure when, that feather-like sensation gently settled over my face. Why are you making that face? That's not like you at all. Well, I like to gaze at you a little more, but this place is not for you. I'm sorry to have troubled you. Kotori Sakuma. Next time we meet, don't forget me. Forgotten. Imagine just boom, forgotten. Ah, that'd be terrible. Oh, I forgot to pin the festival stuff. Hold on. Hold on! There we go. So if you want to play this game or any other of the games, they're there. Kotsuri. Kotsuri! My head hurts. Who's calling me? Oh, that blunt cut. And also our hair. This long one in the middle. Does that not get in the way of seeing? I know it's in the middle, but like I feel like 'cause it's like right there, it's like I'll be so distracted by my own hair, just like staring at it. Are you alright? Come on, wake up. Always tinged with concern, someone gently shaking my shoulder. Oh, looks like we're in a car. Also, I love these little design, like the little pops of color here and there. Very nice. Someone gently shaking my shoulder. I pry my eyes open. The familiar interior of the car swims into view. And so does Kazuma, his face taut with worry. Thoughts and memories fall back into place. The din outside seeps through the windows as the car speeds along a road lined with gas street lamps. We're on the way to our new residence in Ginza. The troop leader, Kazuya, seems intent on settling down in Tokyo this time. No, I'm fine. I guess I just overslept. I couldn't wake you up at all. Were you having a nightmare? My body is still sluggish from sleep, and cold, clammy sweat clings to my skin. In the car window, I see my reflection, haggard and drawn. Maybe I did dream of something, but no matter how I try, I can't dredge up the faintest memory of it. I glance at Kazuya. Anxiety is written all over his face, and he's been so pale lately. For a moment, I can't tell which one of us looks more like they've just escaped a nightmare. Oh no. Get him some food, some water, some rest. I'd better not worry him. It's nothing. I'm just a bit tired. What about you? You didn't get any rest either. You look even worse than me. Wait, was he driving? You were tossing and turning in your sleep. I thought you were having another flare-up. Flare-up? What flare-up? What happened? As long as you're fine now, that's all that matters. It's been a whole year. We can't expect everything to be like it was back then. The flare-ups, that's a long story. We were supposed to arrive in Tokyo a year ago to begin our tour, but maybe that's how accidents are, with no rhyme or reason. Something happened to our train that day, and I hit my head during the accident, so I can't recall much from before. Oh no, that's how we lost our memories. No. By some stroke of luck, no one else in the troop was seriously injured. Only I was knocked unconscious for quite a while, leaving me with headaches that come and go. Since then, Kazuya has gotten overly worried about me. His own health has been getting worse too, but he's still in good spirits. Just like Hatsuyuki, she claims it's only from the shock, but whenever I say to take it easy or get some rest, she doesn't answer or changes the subject. Well, I'll get some proper rest once the premiere is over. Things are fine for now. Thank you for caring so much about me. Anyway, Tokyo seems to have changed again. Did the tracks run this far out last time? It's quite the sight. How does it feel to be back after so long? Kazuya's words leave me at a loss. Everyone says I grew up in Tokyo, but I have only the most fleeting impression of this vast city. Also, this might be a problem with all big cities, but everything here just feels suffocating. The buildings, the railway lines, the bustling throngs. Oh no, the little squiggles next to our face. I mean, big cities do be like that. I live in a city too. And I feel like it's a lot for someone who doesn't live in the city or is not used to the city. It could be a lot. For me, I like it just because everything is so convenient. Because my parents live outside the city, like almost in countryside at that point, and it's so inconvenient. Oh, Cookie, thank you for the biddies. And Alice, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Trolls. Hi, Alice. How was your streamy? Hopefully it went well. Hello, yeah, Luca. Come on, my streamy. Yeah, today we're playing a horror visual novel. It has suspense and romance and magic, apparently. I was like, ooh, lots of things going on in this game. Hopefully your stream went well. Welcome, readers. I'm Mai Boo. You can call me Mai. And I'm a Yandere Ghost VTuber, which makes sense because I'm playing a horror game today. I also do like horror games in general. I always thought I would play more horror games, but Nikkei takes over like majority of my time, so it doesn't happen too much. Sadness. But since October is coming up, we're gonna play some more spoopy games. And today we're playing Taisho Romance Theater. We have our little protagonist over here in the corner. He has amnesia. And I was like, no, not amnesia again. Not amnesia. And there's a lot of like gory images and whatnot in this game, so you can turn them off, but I wasn't sure how bad they were gonna be, so I was like, I'll leave them on for now. Oh my god, you're playing a game that's my name in it. You need to try these visual novels. Yes, there's so many. Well, like a lot of them, their demos are just free in general, so you can play them whenever, but I wanted to play some of the spoopy ones since we're getting closer to October, and this is one of them. Yes. It was good. Did 2 new Key games. Ooh, let's go. Happy Friday and happy not your birthday. Thanks, Troll. Oh my gosh. Yeah, hopefully it was fun. And you enjoyed the Key games. We just started this game, and I'm curious to see how it's gonna pan out. I'm also curious to see how gory, because of the fact that it had a whole thing where you can turn the gore off if you want it to be off. Usually that means the gore is very descriptive and everything, so we'll see. I personally don't mind, but if it's too much, I'll turn it off. But I like that that's a feature though. A lot of horror games, I mean, they're already telling you it's a horror game. You know what you're getting into, you know. Right now it seems like we are driving into Tokyo, it seems like, with our theater troupe. Do I really fit in here? What was that? Nothing. Well, if you really want to know, I'm just a bit worried. Why this all of a sudden? We can't possibly be the only troop in Tokyo, can we? So that's what's bothering you. It'll be fine. With you and Hazuyuki here, all we need is to keep doing what we've done during the tours. But I suppose it's good that you're so nervous. Who's nervous? Alright, have it your way. Well, Haruo-sensei gave me the script a couple days ago. Want to go over it together tonight. Haruo-sensei came back? Haruo-sensei is a playwright on good terms with Kazuya. Kazuya has always held them in high regard, and entrusted them with the script this time. Ooh. Although Haruo-sensei is technically a member of the troupe too, they've always been elusive. I haven't seen them a single time in almost a week on the road. That's a little sus in and of itself. I thought we'd be waiting a while longer. I mean, it's just that no one told me. Sorry. I was going to tell you once we got settled, since we've been on the go lately. Rest has to come first. Yes, for you too. Everybody rest. Get some rest. Nihonbashi. We're almost there. Not this again. Fine, I'll let you off this time. So this is Ginza. The closer we get to Ginza, the more I can sense Tokyo's opulence. My only real impression is of the crowds, but here at least, the extreme value of every square foot of land is almost tangible. Living in a place like this, Kazuya said we have an investor's backing, but I still can't help feeling uneasy. Not to mention the car rental fee. We used to pinch pennies to make ends meet. Aww. Truly the life of the theater. My thoughts drift further and further away, and by the time I regain my focus, Kazuya has already moved on to another topic. Oh, did I ever tell you about where we'll be staying? Sorry, what? Apart from mentioning it's in Ginza, he's never brought it up. It must have slipped his mind with everything going on. The house we're staying in, half the ground floor is rented out to a cafe. I hear it's quite a popular spot. Ooh. So we're staying above a cafe. I've always thought places like that is like super cool. And like, they always depict them in like TV shows as like, oh, it's like a poor place that's like not even maintained properly. But I'm just thinking, but think, if you're above a place that has good food or whatever, whenever you want food, you just walk down the stairs. Oh my gosh. It'd be super convenient. The coffee isn't really a novelty in Tokyo anymore. The fresh fruit ice cream is one of a kind. Ooh, ice cream. I want some ice cream. I remember you and Hazuyuki loved this back in school, and you're the only ones who could afford it. I almost say, isn't it kind of weird eating cold treats in winter, but the look on Kazuya's face somehow stops the words in my throat. Look, it's not weird. I do that. I love the cold. Like, as much as I would love to like have a warm drink when it's cold, I prefer having colder drinks. If I'm like outside, I'll probably have a warmer drink. But if I'm inside, I mean, I have the heater running. I have a blanket on. A cold treat would be nice. And like, he's lost his memories. Huh. I really did love those little treats back then. I'll give it a try if I get the chance. We've still got some way to go. Anything else on your mind? Tell me about the old days. Okay, let me turn this up. We can turn the sounds up. Music up a little more. Why the sudden interest? Where to begin? I guess I'll start with how things were before the troop came together. We first met in Sasaki Sensei's piano class. You always had that stony face, looking so glum. I couldn't really hold a conversation, so Hazuyuki tried every trick to make you smile. We found out you liked ice cream only because she dragged you to try out the nearby cafe. You barely said a word, but you sure weren't shy with the food, so... Then you blurted something out, which is how we learned that you thought it was so cool. Hey. As much as I'd love to shoot this down, that does sound like the kind of thing I do. Judging from Kazuya's expression, he could keep going, but I don't think that would go well. This... Let's leave it at that. It's okay, don't worry about it. Eat ice cream whenever you feel like it. Doesn't matter what the weather is outside. Anything else? How have you two been lately? You and Hazuyuki both look so worn out every day, and your mind's always wandering. You two aren't keeping anything from me, are you? No. Why would we? Sus. Haven't said anything, and you're getting all worked up? Sorry, I just what? I was teasing you earlier, but the truth is, I also... And well... We've had so many delays getting to Tokyo. I didn't want to bring down the morale. Kazuya forces a smile, but it seems rather strained. Oh, poor guy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pushed you like that. But you know, you can talk to me about these things. Yes, I know you worry about me too. Thank you. I can tell you have more questions, don't you? What's this script about? Ooh, yes. What is this script about? I want to know. I'm curious. Haruma Sensei said it's based on your... Right. You don't remember. You once brought back a manuscript of an old play from quite a long time ago. Haruma Sensei took a look at it and said it was inspiring. Apparently this new script was influenced by it. I brought that? Yes, but that was ages ago. Back when the troupe was just getting started. Oh, so we've been with the troupe from the beginning. I see. Huh. Later you gave the manuscript to Haruma Sensei. If you want it back, I'll ask them for it when they return. Kazuya, sometimes I think he takes things too seriously. It's fine. No need to bother. Oh, coffee. As we speak, the car makes a turn past a cafe sign. It veers away from the bright, bustling main street and comes to a stop in a narrow alley. All that glitter and glamour vanishes abruptly, along with the words I meant to say. It's snowing! It looks so pretty. The alley is deserted, but neatly swept. The space before the doorway is lit by the dim glow of a yellow lamp. The cars carrying the other members are already parked up ahead, and people are moving back and forth with luggage. Alright, Let's go. I didn't even notice Kazuya getting out. The coat draped over his arm adds to his gentlemanly air as he opens the car door on my side. You... Never mind. Ugh, it's cold. Aww. Putting a coat on him. But also, who is this in the background? See the long hair. I almost missed them. After so long inside the warm car, it slipped my mind how biting the wind would be. I hurriedly scramble back to grab my jacket, and Kazuya beats me to it. He shakes out the coat he's holding and wraps it around me. He buttons my collar, takes a step back, and looks me over head to toe, then nods in seeming satisfaction. There we go. No, the blush! Oh yes, his heart went tucky-tucky. His faint sense of alcohol and anti-aesthetics is now more noticeable than ever. Okay, if he was driving, please tell me he wasn't drinking. The chilly air still brushes against my exposed skin, but for some reason, I feel as if I'm burned up instead. Aww. I'll go in first. Oh, hello. I'm trying to shake off his odd atmosphere, but as I hesitantly barge ahead, I forget to pay attention to my surroundings. Before I know it, I've crashed headlong into a young man. It's not the pain that hits first, but a strange, cloying sweet smell, like rotting fruit. Rotting fruit? Oh no. Sorry, I wasn't watching where I was going. Are you alright, Sakuma-san? Kotori? Are you okay? I'm fine. Sorry about that. I'm just glad you're okay. Let me carry those up for you. Was that someone from our troop or is this a random person? I'm guessing it's someone from our troop because it had a name. Otherwise, it's been like this stranger, you know? But also, the person seems sus. Time for a break. At last. After unpacking the last suitcase, I've got no energy left for etiquette. I collapse onto the sofa, utterly spent. I mean, that's fair. I don't know how long they've been traveling, but it was probably a long time. Leaning against the soft cushion, I stare blankly at the ceiling light for a while until I feel myself gradually reviving. Revive! And the gifts I brought. Ooh. Gifts with the Palowina seals. Ooh. I wonder what's in them. There's still a jumbled heap in the corner. The Palomina seals on the wrapping gleam under the light. I receive these gifts every month. I practically have the pattern memorized down to the last detail. But they leave me inexplicably irritated. Wait, why? To be honest, I have no clue who's been sending them. Oh, so someone's just been sending a bunch. Oh, so we have an admirer. Oh, I see. I mean, we do be a good-looking boy. But Kazuya told me they've been arriving backstage ever since my debut performance, always stamped with the same Paulina seals. It's most likely some young master or lady from a distinguished family, since they get to use an emblem. But their taste is unfathomable. Most of the gifts just end up collecting dust. Aww. I guess throwing them out would be a waste too. But I mean, if we're not going to use them, might as well. Look at the time. Kazuya's probably waiting at the rehearsal room by now. Forget it. I'll deal with this stuff later. Whoa. What was a flash? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm not ready. Hold on. My hair's fine. I turned to glance behind me. It's empty. Nothing there at all. Was that just my imagination? Why am I getting so paranoid? No, without his coat though. I love it. Like I said, I still love like the little pop of color that he has. I don't know. I'm very I don't know what the word is, but was like when there's like a bunch of like dark colors, right? And then there's like one pop of like a more vibrant color. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. Alice was playing my yes. That's what I said too. I was like, Hey, been waiting long? Not at all. I love these, they're so good. Really? Wouldn't it be better to take a break tonight instead? What kind of break? What if we wait, no, we're above a cafe, right? What if we go to the cafe? Cafe. I love cafes. I don't know, I just love like the atmosphere of cafes. I reflexively touch my face. Kazuya notices and can't help but laugh. Don't worry, you haven't got eye bags. Here's the script. Why don't you take a look first? Hands me a stack of neatly bound papers. The cover entirely blank. Got any rice? Oh my, Takumi-sama, you've come at an unfortunate time. The aged rice is so gone. It's long gone. So gone. It's all long gone. All that is left is the grain from the new harvest. Not a single bag. Not a single bag. If you want some, you'll have to come earlier tomorrow and ready your purse, for the price has risen by 1 cent. Fine. I've still got dried fish at home. A change is good for the appetite. It's no big deal. I'm off. No need to see me out. Take care, sir. Penniless wretch. How long will radish leaves and dried fish fill your stomach? Sensei, you're getting distracted again. My apologies, You seem down lately. Because of the unpaid wages? You're still a student. You need to worry about these things. I'll be here for class, no matter what. No, I'm not thinking about school. It's just that I saw a job advertisement the other day for a newspaper. I was thinking, you write such fine essays, Sensei. It wouldn't hurt to give it a try, don't you think? And it pays so well. But it's been years since That doesn't matter, Sensei. There are lots of students eager to try their luck and in urgent need of your guidance. I'm out of firewood. The rice, too. Where do these rats come from? And a crane spared. And there's still the rent. Is it true? With no money, is there no hope? At least this pen can still write. In late spring, as warmth swiftly returns to the land, I receive an invitation from an old friend, and thus a journey to a temple within the mountains to behold the weeping cherry in full bloom. How have you been? He inquires of me. Perhaps due to the heady wine or the petals that float within my cup. I find myself wholly intoxicated. The deepest truths of my soul, it seems, can only be spoken amidst such sweet scenery. Wait, why is it cut off? Kaguya doesn't seem surprised. Maybe it's a misprint? Never mind. I'll improvise for now. I love how it says choose right here. The save page is very nice as well. Oh, so you can look at the script here too if you want. Oh, very nice. I say, never did I think the pursuit of happiness would be so exhausting. Say parents, the less said of them the better. Or perhaps there is some words to be stifled from their actions. I say, I simply think, in this moment, all is well. I don't know, I feel like... I don't know which one to pick. I thought it would be odd to bring up parents. Though I don't know the full story of the script, so I'm not sure, but I'll go with the first one. Wait, what? As soon as I speak the line, the remaining text is swept away by some unforeseen force. In its place, black lines written squirm across the page, weaving themselves into new words faster than I can blink. Whoa, that's super cool. What? My blood feels like it's boiling, surging through my veins, searing my throat. The pain blazes like I'm swallowing flames, as if raw flesh is being torn from my mouth. Feed those growing back, those black lines. Oh, the script is just the previous thing that was said. Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, if I actually had the script here, I'm like, oh. My mind goes blank. When I manage to come to, I flip ahead a few pages. The text has settled into a coherent story. There's no remaining trace of the distortion from before. Ooh. Magic. My friend's face is seeped in the glow of dusk, and a faint memory stirs. No, that's not how it goes. My eyes are fine. Am I haunted or something? A dull ache blooms in my head. My temples draw tight, pounding. Those black marks, imprinted on my retina, still twitch spasmodically in the corners of my vision. But as soon as I focus my gaze, they turn to perfectly ordinary blocks of type, lying completely still. It's as if this is how they've always been. As if everything I just saw was a mere illusion. Huh. Would be interesting. So let me move it over a bit more. Okay. So it's not blocking too much. My day's look must be too obvious. Kazuya puts down his script, with that mix of confusion and concern back on his face. Is that it for today? My eyes kind of hurt. Oh, sorry, I crumpled the pages. You better take a break first. It's my fault. I should have made sure you've got enough rest before talking about the script. I'll bring you a new copy when you're feeling better. Alright? I really don't want Kazuya worrying about me. Before I know it, A lie comes rolling off my tongue to cover things up. Forget it. It's better to have him think I'm tired than to have him know I might be losing my mind. Kotori? Thanks. That sounds good. But I still need to read the script. Can I borrow yours for now? Ooh, I like that we can actually see our reflection in the mirror, and it's not just like a mirror. But also, I'm scared. At the mirror. As the cold water splashes my face, there's a belated flare of pain in my forehead. Kazuya's copy of the script is also the altered version, but he wouldn't joke around like this. And he couldn't possibly be in cahoots with me to trick myself. Everything seems as though it's always been this way. And that thing I saw in the mirror. What is going on? Looks like curses and hauntings might not just be flights of fancy, after all. Who are you? You're beautiful. Wait, no, this is the same person we saw in that one CG from earlier. Cause, well, at least I think it is, cause based on the long silver hair and then like the coat looks the same. Oh, Kotori. Huh? Hey, superstar. You don't look so good. Has Kazuya been giving you a hard time? Oh, so this is Hatsuyuki. Hello. Only the sound of that familiar voice makes me realize I've been in trance for who knows how long. The troupe's leading actress blinks at me. She's standing before me, her green eyes as vivid as two emeralds against her pallid skin, their gaze locked unwaveringly on mine. On my face, I bet. When did you get here? No, wait. Did you get any rest? Oh, we're blushing! Oh, is she a love interest too? Everyone's a love interest. Everyone! When? I guess around the time a certain Kotori was spacing out and his stomach started growling. Oh no, we were spacing out so much we didn't even notice that we're hungry. Oh man. Growling? Alright, let's go grab a bite to eat. You can't sleep on an empty stomach. Just think of it as keeping me company, okay? Hatsuyuki takes my hand and pulls me off the sofa with a gentle tug, like a snare closing around a fledgling. Her hand is so cold, but her eyes stay fixed on me, narrowed slightly at the corners, like a cat or a bird or a fox or some other sharp and sly creature waiting for my response. Oh no. I can't recall exactly how close we used to be as classmates and friends. Despite that, I think I could lose my memory all over again and still be helpless to refuse her. Oh, all the little sparkles. All those sparkles. I mean, she do be pretty, and oh, her blush is even more red. Even more noticeable. Sorry. It's coughing. Drink some more water. How about the cafe next door? Shall we? Oh, her outfit's cute. The cafe's fireplace is lit. We're here right at dinner time. The air is rich with warmth and the aroma of food, perfect for soothing strained nerves. It's been a while since we last shared a meal. Thinking about it, as I nestle into a soft armchair in the corner. That feels like a lifetime ago. Hazuyuki calls the server over for the menu. While I flip through it, she props her chin on her hand, staring straight at me. I give in, closing the menu and raising it to shield my face. I think I hear her laugh. The sound drifts across the table and winds its way into my ears. I'll have a soda water and a sandwich, thanks. What about you? Me, this one, I guess. There's a rustle from her side, and the menu is plucked from my hands. Hatsuyuki stacks the two hefty folders together and passes them to the waiting server. Once the server is gone, her gaze returns to me, her expression abruptly serious. Alright, enough of that. What's with you today? You seem so out of it. You're giving me a real scare. I'm not like Kazuya. I won't just let you get away with that and I'm fine. Her tone is light, but I know what she means. Oh, I know what she means it. There's no bluffing my way out from under that gaze. Not today. So they've known each other. I wonder if they've known each other since, what, like college? Cause I don't remember if it mentioned if they're supposed to be early 20s? Mid 20s. I'm not sure where to start. Let's start from arriving in Tokyo. How about that? If you say so. With Hazuyuki's gentle eyes trained on me, a feeling slowly stirs. The sense that it might not be too bad to talk about this after all. When I finish my last sentence, Hazuyuki is still watching me, silent and solemn. After a while, she smiles. There's something a little uncanny about it. Had any dreams lately? Well, I fell asleep in the car. I think I dreamed about something really important. I can't remember what it was. Also, can we just take a moment to look at the background? It's such a cute cafe. Oh my gosh. I love cafes so much. There's a cafe down the road from me. Sadly, their coffee's not really great, but the atmosphere is very nice. And their food is okay, but it's extremely overpriced. I do want to find another cafe that I want to chill at. There's a brunch place down the road as well, but I mean it's only open during brunch times. So I want a cafe that's open until evening-ish, 6 or 7 would be fine. Cause the place that I do like to get tea and coffee from is a bit far away, 20 or 30 minutes away. And it's open until 11, but I don't want to go all the way over there every time I want a drink or something. Oh my god, they have the best taiyakis. The taiyakis are so good. They're a croissant taiyaki instead of a regular taiyaki. It's so flaky, buttery, and yummy. And they also have bingsu during summertime. I haven't tried the bingsu because Wei doesn't care for bingsu. But I will one day. One day. Let me think. I'm sure you've heard of all sorts of Japanese legends about gods and spirits, haven't you? There are more deities up in Takamagawa Takamagara, yeah. Takamagara. Then there are grains of rice in a vat. Wait, are you serious? Since your surname is Sakura, I'd say that's the most likely possibility. Wait, really? Interesting. Wait, Sakuma, my bad. Why say Sakura? Here, hold up your hand. Block the light for me. What's Sakuma got to do with it? Even as I think this to myself, I'm already reaching out to enfold her small, cold hand in mine. Man, we're just touching hands everywhere. The odd flowing sensation revives within me, a restless current, which seems to be drawn towards something, but without the searing pain from before. Ooh. So pretty! I don't know if you can see it as well on stream, but there's like these little balls of green energy going up into the air around the little bird. It's so cute. In Hazuyuki's hand, specks of light emerge from nowhere. They flicker briefly, and, as if needed by an invisible force, they condense into a little bird that glows with faint blue light. The young bird's downy gray feathers graze against my fingertips, leaving an airy wisp of warmth. It perches on Hazuyuki's palm, head cocked to the side, looking very much like a duck. Ducky! Is that the swan? When I finally managed to stutter out those words, Hazuyuki burst into uncontrollable laughter, her shoulders heaving with mirth. In the blink of an eye, the little bird dissolves back into specks of light and fades with her chuckle. What? What did I just see? It's a duck, just a duck. But the point is, that's how it feels, isn't it? Something is about to burst out from within you, and you have strange visions. Yes. Right. We've still got some time before the food comes, so I'll tell you a thing or two. Ooh. Magic time. What you bear is an inborn talent. The gods generously bestow their dredge upon the lucky few, and so we gain a sliver of power that was never truly ours to yield. To wield, my bad, not yield. Who can say if it's a blessing or a curse? But it invariably grants us some special abilities. And of course, it's passed down through the bloodline. That part isn't great. Oh, so her family's like this too? Wait, how'd she know about that for us? Well, they did say friend, but I guess it's not a secret then. I thought it would be like a secret thing. I'm not sure what exact terminology is used in Japan, but anyway, just think of it as sorcery, amnyeontoro, or Shinto magic, that sort of thing. According to most, let's call them mages. According to most mages, there are two kinds of magic. One kind can be wielded by mages through study, though it still involves some simple rituals. The other is a unique magic, born from the fusion of one's self with these dredges. It's known as talent. Even within a single family, no two people share the same talent. I don't know what your talent is, but it's best to keep that to yourself. And that's because most mages have a strict taboo against magic that deals with the soul or life and death. If everyone were to treat life and death so carelessly, the world would be thrown into chaos. Yeah, like in magic animes. This kind of magic also takes a tremendous toll on your body. My point is, keep your secrets, even from me. If the burden upon the body or here. Hatsuyuki lifts a hand and taps her temple. He becomes too great. A mage's flesh will gradually mutate into a more primitive state until they transform into a monster, mindless and deathless. I see. Most call this process reversion, and so far, there seems to be no way to undo it. You mentioned earlier that I'm named Sakuma, so that's why you brought it up? Just like I carry the name long name. Very Akinsnyaka. The Sakuma family is renowned in Japan too, after all. Oh. So our family is powerful. All powerful. When we first met, you were just an ordinary person. I never expected it to turn out like this. Maybe it was that accident? I failed to protect everyone. Hatsuyuki's voice gradually lowers, and her expression clouds. Her fingers twist together. Aw, it wasn't your fault. Or was it? I was like, wait, no, or was it? But this was just an accident, so... Well, maybe it was an accident that happened on purpose. A planned accident. Accidents can't be predicted. That's just how they are. The waiter arrives with the tray and starts to arrange the dishes before us. Only then does this transient space of ours awaken from its heavy silence. The sandwich exudes just the right amount of heat, and the aroma of the toast mingles evenly with the fragrance of the scrambled eggs and steak. Ooh, scrambled eggs and steak. Hey, yo, eggs and steak. Eggs and steak. Combined with the lettuce sprinkled with sauce, it all sparks a rare thought within me. That seems worth a try. Before Hatsuyuki sits a plate of cognac drizzled with black syrup. She frowns as she struggles to swallow an entire piece. Oh, cognac. I love cognac jellies. They're so good. I haven't been able to get any in a while because I'm trying to prevent myself from snacking too much. And if I have too many snacks, I will snack all the time. Cause I want to have snacks like that are like small and not too much. But cognac jellies, I can go through so many of those. It's terrible. I'll go through like 2 or 3 of them in one sitting, and I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, oh, it's gone. Another. She once said that she hates this sort of thing since it's like biting into a limp and slimy slug. Huh. Well, I haven't really thought about it like that, but it kind of is. I might be making my doubts too apparent. After catching her breath with a gulp of lemonade, Hatsuyuki begins to speak, uncharacteristically hesitant. Don't give me that look. I need to keep in shape these days. I don't want to adjust my costume later. You'll be fine. How do you like the food here? Well, my tongue's having a pretty good time. I don't know why this makes me giggle. I have a degenerate brain. Is that so? Good. Oh, right. Tomorrow, do you want to go check out the theater Kazuya booked for our performance? We could try getting on stage. Who knows? It might help set the mood. And satisfy curiosity. And satisfy my curiosity. She's so cute though. I'm still drinking my soda as Hatsuyuki forces down the plate of cognac, settles the bill, and thrusts her hand out the door to catch the falling snowflakes. She's always had impeccable table manners. That cognac must have really put her off. I pull on my coat, doing up the buttons as I pass through the mostly crowd loitering in the cafe, until a strangely familiar figure brings my feet to a standstill. Is a girl clad in an ordinary gown. expressionlessly sipping her drink. The red and gold flare of her skirt reminds me of a fish gliding through dark water. Ooh. Ooh! The food! I mean, we're obviously related. We are look the same. But that food though. Oh my gosh, that food. It looks so good. Oh my god. Her table is lined with dishes. Then a maid stands next to her, slicing the food. The girl's back remains fastidiously straight. Even her spoon swirls through the coffee without a sound. But when those golden eyes turn in my direction, a shiver runs through me, like a serpent just clamped down on my neck. Snapping back to myself, I flee. I shove open the cafe door and put its bulk between me and her gaze. What's up? Why the rush? Nothing. We should get back. Masayuki saunters down the street with me in tow. The sky has darkened. A thin layer of snow carpets the ground, already melting in the warm air issuing from the storefronts, and then freezing again to form slick ice beneath our feet. Round the corner, a simple udon stall sits at the mouth of the alley. The rich scent of oil and soy sauce bubbles forth. Ooh, udon, udon, udon. I love udon. I have udon noodles, like instant udon noodles that are in my freezer. I don't know. Maybe I'll eat udon for lunch today. That's all good. It brings some touch of life to the otherwise deserted alleyway. Even from this distance, I can hear the drunken hubbub at the stall. Iggy. But beautiful. Also, like I said, I'm loving these pops of color. Like, ugh, I'm a sucker for these. They be pops of color, and I'm like, ah. Chief, can you keep it down? What? So that bastard can dump this hot potato in my lap? I can't see a damn thing about it. How's this even supposed to work? He claims he's got no connections, so he thinks I've got enough to deal with that old fox's trick. But we don't have any other choice. Shibato-kun, as soon as something comes up, you're always cringing with your tail between your legs. Knock it off. Though it's not like I can handle this either. Tell me, what the hell does he want from us? The kid refuses to go home. What am I supposed to do? Break his legs and drag him back? What a shit show. Guess I've just gotta put up with it. Chief, please, that's enough. Huh? I don't know who else a romantic interest, but I'm just gonna keep my eye on certain people and make notes. Yes. The inebriated woman suddenly swivels, like she has eyes in the back of her head, and shoots a glance right at us. Then she gives the young man next to her a hard smack on the shoulder. No, Chief. Whatever, just eat your noodles. By the time we skirt around those two drunkards and make our way back to the lodgings, night has fully descended. It's night time, baby. Ahead of me, Hatsuyuki quietly nudges the door ajar. Then, like a squirrel, she slips through the narrow gap. I do the same thing a lot of times. Eyes go, warm air billows out from within, and a faint tingling ache slowly returns to my cheeks, numb from the cold wind. It's pitch black indoors. I can hear scattered rustling sounds. Huh, why are the lights all out? Oh, that's not good. Hatsuyuki and I are back. Where's everyone? 1, 2. What? Whoa. Ah! Are we having a party? Party! Welcome home, Sakuma-kun. Glitter flakes and colorful ribbons cascade from above, accompanied by the clicking of a light switch. Aww, they're so cute. Look at them. Look at them. Aww. That's so nice of them. Have a little party. The troop members pop out of hiding in every corner of the first floor. Like mushrooms after rain, their hands still dusted with flecks of gold. Seizing the moment, Hatsuyuki swiftly wraps her arm around my shoulders, leaving me no chance to dodge the ensuing flurry of embraces. You guys, what's going on here? Of course we're celebrating the grand finale of our Emerald Eye Troop's national tour, Tokyo. Sure, we ran into some delays this year and didn't get to schedule any shows, but from Kyoto to Nagoya to Osaka to Tokyo. Oh, and all those little towns in between. We've been going strong for 2 whole years. It's been rough. Abra-tani-kun and I spent the whole day unpacking and settling in before we could even think about pulling this off. And wow, our costumes won't even fit inside 2 huge wardrobes now. Who would have thought? Everything from Molière to Shakespeare, but we didn't notice at the time. It's only when you start taking stock of all the costumes and props that it really hits you. And there's more. Oh, right. We're also celebrating that our The Fool's Feast has already sold. How many tickets was it again? It's a full house. 800 seats, plus the VIP boxes on the balcony. Hey, yo. We're popular. Let's go. We sold out. That's right. And on opening night, even after laying low for nearly a year, people still remember us. Naniwa's vibrant voice practically drills through my eardrums and to my skull. I curse myself for not having 2 extra hands to shield my ears against the onslaught of sound waves. Oh, our poor boy. Enough of that. And there seems to be loyal fans of the troupe visiting from elsewhere. They've come all this way just to see this performance. It's all thanks to our leader and everyone, and of course, Sakuma-kun especially, or else we wouldn't be doing this well. Guys, that's enough. Aww, the blushing. More blushies. Oh, what's the matter? Could it be our hotshot leading man who sells out entire theaters is shy about being so popular? Don't join in too. But of course, who can resist this awkward look of Kotori's when he's obviously over the moon, but thinks it's uncool to get excited about compliments? Hatsuyuki lays bare my exact thoughts with a grin, and as Kazuya and the others laugh, the heat rising to my face might be enough to see me alive. Alright, my cake is ready. I'm not late, am I? You're all in such a good mood. What are you chatting about? Meiko-san, you've gotten into Western desserts now, on top of all the Japanese cooking. Since when? This cake? It can't be. I learned from the cafe owner next door. A celebration needs something special. You like this flavor, don't you? No, before you get into that, Matsuyo-kun, sneaking a bite, I saw him. Huh? I'm just sampling the flavor. It came out great. That would be me. I would be like, I'm just sampling. Don't worry. You guys, cut it out. I haven't had any yet. After the whirlwind of chaos, all that remains is an empty plate and cutlery smeared with cream. One by one, Kazuya persuades everyone to return to their rooms as it's getting late. The first floor so lively a while ago, now hosts only Hatsuyuki and me, along with the scattered remnants of gold flakes, ribbons, and confetti. Every ounce of strength has drained from my body. My eyelids are so heavy they can barely stay open. I'm so tired. It's gonna be such a hassle cleaning this up. Hatsuyuki chuckles when she hears this. Well, it's a celebration after all. It was Naniwa's idea, so let's leave the cleanup to him. What matters is that we all had fun. Oh, good night. She skips light-footed up the stairs, then whirls back, reads by the lights, and waves at me. Okay, I still need to have a chat with Kazuya. It's been a long day. You better get some rest, superstar. We still got that theater trip tomorrow. Oh, right, we're gonna go check out the theater tomorrow. I really am exhausted. Back in my room, I can't help but be bothered to wash up or get changed properly. Almost as soon as my head sinks into the soft bedding, sleep engulfs my eyes. Perhaps because so much happened today, my sleep is flooded with a dizzying array of fragmented dreams. When I next open my eyes, the room is still shrouded in darkness. My body feels like lead, and a sharp, sour taste clings to the back of my tongue. I'm so thirsty. Oh, what time is it? I switch on the bedside lamp. The warm glow of the bulb sheds a dim, amber light across the room. The desk clock emits a steady mechanical ticking in the faint light. I can just make out the hour hand pointing to this. I can't read Roman numerals. I'm so glad I'm not in olden days. So I'm like, I can't read Roman numerals. Okay, that's 11. So what's 11? Oh, what time do we go to bed? If it's 11. You said it was late. I shut my eyes to try to will myself back to sleep, but my mind only grows more and more alert, and every sense sharpens with it. It's always like that. Like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I usually don't go back to sleep because my brain's just like, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Just going vroom. Like this morning, I woke up at like 6:30, and I was just like, early, but not early. I'm like, I still have like an hour left to sleep. So I laid there trying going back to sleep. And by the time I actually got comfortable, the alarm went off and I was like, damn it. My ears are flooded with the sounds of the wind and the clockwork and my own heavy breathing. Noises that I would normally overlook now that echo through me like roaring thunder. Can't sleep. Might as well get some air. The troop is dead silent at night. I gently close my door, treading carefully across the carpet. I wander idly through this still unfamiliar building by the ashen moonlight streaming in from the windows. My room, Hatsuyuki's and Kazuya's, are on the second floor. Harumu Sensei's room is on the other end of the corridor, though they seldom stay over. It's probably gathering dust right now. Looking over the corridor banister, I can see the reception hall and Kazuya's office. Opposite the office are the dressing room and rehearsal room. With nothing better to do, I reread the nameplates
on all the doors, and follow the moonlight stairs upward. The third floor houses the other members. Every door is shut tight, as if the occupants are already deep in slumber. The window at the end of the corridor looks out upon the late-night streets of Ginza. There's no sight or sound of humans, only the gas lamps and the stars shimmering together in soft hues. I tiptoe down the corridor, and as I pass one of the rooms, the murmur of voices brushes against my ears. I did eat something today. I tried to throw it up when I got back, but I just can't get it out clean. Ew. Is that Hazuyuki? Do you think it'd be better to cut it open and clean it out? What? The person answering her seems to be standing further away. Their voice is too muffled to make out. Have you gotten any better at this? The stitching last time was a real mess. I could feel it even through the clothes. Wait.
So to get the food out, she's been literally just cutting her or having this person cut her open, take it out, and then stitch her back up. What?
But it's my fault too. The more times it's cut open, the harder it is to sew it back together. Usually I can empty things out just fine. Don't know what's wrong today. But are you too tired for this? It's winter, so it'll be a while before things start rotting. That should be fine, right? What is going on? What are they talking about? I take an instinctive step back. The floor creaks beneath me. Who's there?
Run! Run, boy, run!
Footsteps approach. I turn to flee. No time to worry about the noise. All I want to do is get back to my room as fast as I can. My ears are ringing from this sprint, which drowns out any sound of the door opening and closing. It's only back in my room that I realize I'm gasping for breath. I can't go back out there. I lie back on the bed and steady my breathing. But my mind can't help circling back to the words I overheard. Is Hazuyuki sick?
She might be sick in multiple aspects. Might she get stitches for Spooptober for your PNG? Wouldn't that kind of be odd?
Though I'm a ghost, why would I have stitches?
How would I get stitches? I would be like, how did those get there?
If I can make sense of anything, sleep summoned by all this exertion claims me once more, just before it takes me under. I think, no matter what, I have to apologize to her tomorrow.
Or just
don't tell her. Don't tell her. It wasn't us, it was someone else.
A dreamless night passes. When I wake, it's already broad daylight outside. I tidy myself up and head downstairs. Kazuya and Natsuyuki are already up on the first floor. I'm not sure what they're discussing.
Ah, is our sleeping beauty finally awake? We were just talking about you. Morning, Kotori. What were you two talking about? Me? We were wondering if we should get breakfast together, but Kazuya is such a busy guy. I couldn't talk him into it. Yes, there's an investor coming today, so I might be tied up this morning. Hazuki shakes her head regretfully, then makes her way behind me and gives me a little shove. Looks like it'll just be the two of us then. What is she doing over there? Just in the corner behind our text here, like she's just here. Ma'am, can I help you? By the time we get to the cafe, it's well into the morning. There are already a few tables occupied. The girl I saw yesterday is still seated in the same spot next to the window, her head slightly lowered as she sips her soup in silence. I force down my budding unease and find a spot to sit with Hatsuyuki. There's a partition adored with greenery which blocks the view, making me feel somewhat better. Hatsuyuki calls over a server and orders a cup of hot milk. I still don't have much of an appetite, so I just ask for a croissant. Ooh, croissant. A croissant. A croissant. Something on your mind? I couldn't sleep last night. Hatsuyuki adopts a theatrical look of dawning revelation. After the waiter sets down our food and walks away, she knits her brows and lowers her voice. So that was you. This might be a problem. What kind of problem? Are you sick? Or is that the thing you mentioned? Magic? Spells? Oh dear, I'm just teasing you. It's no big deal. I'm in good health. Let a girl have her little secrets. She picks up her cup and takes a sip. Though her face is wan, her demeanor still brims with vigor. Did I interrupt you two? You can say that. It was quite the shock. Sorry. Hazuki sets down her cup, stroking her chin with a mock serious air. To make amends, how about you go to Yokohama with me to see the flowers after the performance? I hear they've opened a new park over there. You and Kazuya both need to take a break sometime in spring. It's settled then. Alright, eat up before your food gets soggy. Don't rush me, I'm gonna choke. Blushing, choking on food. Our little bottom main character. I just love the snow in this game. It looks so good. We finish our meal, and just as we leave the cafe, a car pulls up to the alley entrance. Ayame gets out of the car, shakes open a black umbrella, then bends down to open the back door. Oh. Got people opening doors and holding umbrellas for him. Must have monies. A long-haired man, draped in a hurry, steps out of the car. The umbrella shields him from the swirling snow, and even as he is escorted into the alley, his striking scarlet figure stands out stark against the sea of gray. My gaze lingers on his back. When that face comes into view, even for a fleeting glance, I can't help but freeze. Who is he? What was that? Nothing. Let's go. Someone we know. The theater reserved for the premiere isn't large, but the decor is surprisingly exquisite. You two are members of Emerald Eye, right? Are you here to check on the auditorium setup? Setup? Mochizuki-san has rented a small auditorium here for rehearsing on a long-term basis. I've been set up as it's been set up as requested. I can show you two around. How is he paying for all this? Are we using it for free? Of course. Please follow me. For free? Damn, for free. We follow the theater staff down a hallway carpeted in red wool, finally stopping before a massive door of black walnut. The door stands ajar, It takes the staff member some effort to pull it all the way open, revealing a sizable thrust stage. The grand drapes are drawn, exposing the set behind. Several crew members are adjusting the lights, just as our guide said. This place is ready for use. Hazuki stares briefly at the stage, then turns around. She's silhouetted against the lamplight. Her eyes gleam from the shadows. Now this doesn't happen every day. How about we give it a go? In the blink of an eye, Hazuki whips out 2 scripts as if by magic. She tucks one into my arms, and I feel an answering twinge of eagerness. Ever since the accident, Kazuya has insisted on my repercussion. It's only in the rehearsal rooms that I regain any sense of being an actor. Very interesting. Even though we don't have memory, it's like we remember to be an actor. But faced with a real stage, however, I have vain nonchalance. There's no deceiving myself. I can't pretend. I have no desire to stand upon it. Well then, let's try it. And before we start with this trying out the stage, I will be right back. I will be right back. Take a break as well, get some water, get some snacks, stretch your feet. I'm gonna need to stretch a bit too. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, we back. Sorry, I thought I heard something at the door too, so I went to check. And I also checked if I got any notifications on my phone and stuff too. My bad. Also went to go check on my cat to make sure she's okay, because I didn't see her anymore. I was like, where are you? Miki is sunbathing in the windowsill, and Maki's in the other chair across from me. So Maki I can see. Miki, I was making sure she didn't get locked up anywhere. Because sometimes we don't notice when we open and close doors. And I was just making sure she's not locked up in the closet somewhere. And nope. Thanks for following. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. And just thank you for the hydrate. Make sure you're all hydrating as well. Hydration is important. Just make sure. Now some more water. We're just working on our SweetSome project. Oh, no problem. And thank you for dropping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let me get some stretch in before we continue. Like I said, this demo is a bit long, so we probably won't finish it all today. Maybe later on in October we'll play more. But I just want to try it for the Fall in Love Festival. Okay, one more sip of water. SSS wants a hi, honey. But yes, good luck with your project, and thanks for dropping in. Let's see, what kind of voice did I give them last time? I forgot. Oh well, we'll just wing it. Why? Oh why? What I wish to write, what I long to say, that's all which matters. Nothing else. No worldly concerns should hobble my steps. Sensei? Are you there? I brought you some rice. Rice! Rice is life. Rice is life. Rice is life. Rice is life. I was gonna make more rice today, but I was like, I think we're getting some takeout for dinner later, so. I'm debating between udon and rice for lunch later. I don't know yet. Yes, it's quite long to get break when you need to. Yes, we'll definitely take breaks. Usually when I stream, I usually take breaks every 1 to 2 hours just to get up and stretch my legs too. Gotta keep that blood flow going. But yes, all that are watching as well, don't forget to take your breaks, eat some food, drink your water, you know, the usuals. You haven't been to class lately. The students are all worried, so I came to check on you. Is everything alright? Why didn't the others come? They have household chores to attend to. I haven't fully recovered from my illness yet, and I'm not needed at home. I figured I'd come to see you.
if I can but silence her. Peaceful days will be mine once more. For a time. Time, precious time. I simply need to make it an accident. In that case, come in. Did anyone see you? The spotlight falls on Hatsuyuki. She opens her mouth, but no sound comes out. It's her line next. Why isn't she speaking? In the stifling, frozen silence, my unease grows. I hear the crew muttering. Hatsuyuki? Oh no! What happened to our girl? The instant I say her name, her body sways. Then she collapses heavily onto the stage, landing with a dull thud. What's wrong? Are you okay? My mind explodes into turmoil. I practically trip over myself, scrambling to her side. She lies quietly on the cold, dusty floor, her cheek smudged with a trace of grayish powder. No matter how I shake her, there's no hint of a response. I reach out a trembling hand. Holding my breath, I gently bring it closer to her nose. She's not breathing. What happened? I push my nerveless hand against her chest and press up and down again and again. It has to work. She'll be fine after this. That's what they all say. I press until my hair tumbles over my eyes, until fine beads of sweat ooze from my forehead. Hazuki opens her mouth and lets out a soft sigh. I knew it. I knew it would work. Thank goodness. Hatsuyuki, don't scare me like that. Please, wake up. What? But she sighed. Wake up? Stiffly, I press my ear against her chest. There's no pulse of life. Only coldness and decay. And a cloying sweetness wafting from her collar, like rotten fruit. This has to be a joke. Just a joke. It can't be. No. You were just talking. Don't tease me. What's wrong? Are you mad at me? Hazuyuki's lips are parted, unspeaking. I stare at her face. What changes have I missed in the past minute? The past half hour? The past day? Her eyes are wide open, usually an adorable sight, but now those unblinking, glassy eyes fill me with terror that drenches me in cold sweat. I can't look directly at them. How absurd everything suddenly is now. How ridiculous. We ate together, made plans to look at flowers in Yokohama, and were enthusiastically performing just minutes ago. How can someone just die like this? Like every color has drained away in the blink of an eye, leaving behind nothing but a pale, empty shell. Where did she go? There's so much noise around me. After a while, it occurs to me that the crew is screaming. That's terrifying. Someone pulls me away. I tumble to the ground. It doesn't even hurt. Hey, watch out. Something's wrong. called Kazumatsuri-san. The stage lights shine down upon her. White light enshrouding white corpse. White dust drifting in the air. Uniformed people close in around the body, and the glassy green eye peers through a gape in the crowd, staring straight in my direction. Suddenly it shifts. What?
No, that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
I blink my dry eyes and finally see, in the shadows, amidst the dust and the light, looks a green-eyed monster. The monster ripples outwards, falling across the stage. The monster looks at me. It crouches over Hatsuyuki's body, like a soul untethered from flesh, a fetus bursting from the womb. I've seen it before, in the mirror. The white feathered monster. What are those? That was just the beginning. That was just the beginning. How very impolite of you, Mochizuki-kun. I merely came to inquire how the boy is doing. I never imagined matters would take such a hazardous turn. Alas, now that it has come to this, I can only offer my sincerest apologies. Whoa. What happened here? You. Has your wound split open? Youngsters are so reckless with their health. I'd appreciate you keeping this meeting between us, Mochizuki-kun. After all, when it comes to family, it's only natural to get a little carried away. Wouldn't you agree? You drove Kotori away years ago. He doesn't remember a thing now. Why are you still? Why? Mochizuki-kun, you ought to understand the reason better than I do. Oh, one more thing. I rather suspect that my dear Kotori remains unaware of whatever you and Miss Bari Kinsiaga have been keeping from him. Am I right? Do you know that? Inoue-san, the snow has stopped. My, look at the time. Well then, let us draw this little encounter to a close. Mochizuki-kun, if you would be so kind as to inform your teacher that I would very much like a word with them in the coming days. Preferably sooner rather than later. Come along, Serena. So many stitches. My, this is quite something. The squid seems partly translucent. And what's this? Ugh, they laid on that powder really thick. It's pretty well preserved. Never seen a spill like this before. A fine piece of work. Well, since it could go on the stage, I guess with enough makeup it looks like a living person. No wonder you called me in. Good job remembering to evacuate the civilians this time. Declare it a medical emergency. Whatever works. Where's the person who came in with it? Did you get a rundown yet? Still no response. Come on. Did it really scare him out of his wits? Hey, look up. The girl.
She's gone. I'm still sad. I was just like, oh, is she a romanceable character? She's so cute. And dies. Aww. An acute, intense jolt of pain spreads through my jaw. But it's nothing. Nothing compared to the dying agonies that Hatsuyuki endured as she lay there. If I'd noticed earlier, would everything be different? I wonder what happened, because she was just talking with him and then just died. So anguish engulfs me, smothering me, rising from the depths of my dried out eyes. My mind restlessly chews through memories, spitting out scrapes of details I once missed. If only we'd gone to the hospital earlier, gone back to rest earlier. If only... Somebody's speaking. The sound grates, like they're ringing in my ears. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Sir? Why? I thought I was supposed to have some magic talent. Why can I only watch her die right before my eyes? Something so useless, utterly useless. Was it because of that monster? It followed me here and killed Hatsuyuki, and I did nothing but lead it to its prey. I've had enough of this. Ignoring me? Will you? Snap out of it! Gust of wind pierces sharply through the side of my neck, then dissipates, leaving behind an icy sting and a damp sensation spreading across my skin. My nerves, trembling from the narrow escape, pull me back to the very reality I refuse to face. I look up and see a familiar face. It's a woman who I saw stinking drunk at the udon stall last night. She's standing before me now, arms crossed, gazing at me with obvious displeasure. At the sight of my face, she briefly falters and her brows draw together, but she swiftly regains that impatient expression. Huh, so it's you. Me? She doesn't seem to be bothered by the conversation we overheard last night. She just turns again to glance towards the crowd of uninformed police all huddled around Hatsuyuki. Last night, I remember you and that girl, right? The one lying there, the deceased. You two were close, weren't you? Do you know if there was anything going on with her recently? Any illness or unusual relationships or just anything out of the ordinary that happened to her? A sticky, acrid bitterness spreads across my tongue. I could rake through every remaining memory in my amnesia-ridden brain and turn up nothing. Hatsuyuki is the same girl I've always known. I don't know anything. Sorry. The woman's eyes crinkle. Her expression softens as she sits down next to me. Feeling nervous. It's okay. I'm just here to get a sense of the situation. Lots of crime witnesses don't realize that anything they've seen might be useful to us. It's probably the same with you. I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, there's nothing really. But she was talking about having... Well, won't they find that she has stitches and stuff and be like, what happened to you? So that makes me wonder, what if she was never alive? She was always dead. And this used magic. Magic.
She might be right, but my instincts keep going back to that monster. The one that seemed to be born from Hatsuki's corpse. Must have something to do with her death, along with what I overheard last night. But I don't know how to bring this up. The woman seems to sense my inner turmoil. She offers a reassuring smile. It feels a little out of place. Now, I'll ask. You'll answer. Fair enough. I'd like you to be honest with me. I'm Kaze Matsuru. Isuru Kaze Matsuru. Special Investigation Division. And you are. Always helps to know who I'm talking to. Kotori Sakuma. Wait, Special Investigation Division? I'm not surprised you haven't heard of us. Know anything about parapsychology? I know nothing. I've heard of a society run by professors from the Imperial University doing research on extrasensory perception. I blanked. I was like, what is this word? Close enough. There are certain incidents that current knowledge, or should I say technology, can't quite explain. Those fall under our jurisdiction. Sounds about right. Of course, as an ordinary civilian, you've got nothing to worry about. We just have our own methods, which it's best not to make public knowledge. In a city as busy as Tokyo, any secret that gets out makes its way across the city in a few days. You know, I always thought about this. Like in the olden days, what if there was like stuff like magic and like supernatural things, but they never made like public because they want to freak out civilians. Parapsychology, it does ring a bell. I hear there's a group of scholars fervently devoted to Western theories, trying to replicate telepathy and clairvoyance. Still, for the police to establish a department like this, does it have anything to do with those magic users Hatsuyuki mentioned? No. I can't dwell on this right now. That monster might be. Alright, what do you want to know? In that case, I'll cut to the chase. From your point of view, over the past, let's say, 6 months, would you say the deceased displayed no major changes compared to today? Seemed to behave normally, never felt seriously ill, and so on? Yes. Was there anyone she met with regularly? I mean, one-on-one. Family, friends, doctors, anyone at all? I rack my brain, but all that occurs to me is that outside of performances, Hazuki spent almost the entire past year with the troupe. For some reason, Hazuki and others all seldom went out. No, except for Kazuya and me and maybe Harumu-sensei. She hardly ever left the troupe, where she was mostly with me or our mutual friend. I rarely saw her approach anyone else on her own. Seems like the supply was pretty stable. So, did anything unusual happen in the past few days? Did she do or say anything out of the ordinary? Of course, it's fine if not. Last night at dinner, she ate something she normally dislikes. Despite saying this, I honestly can't be certain. Hatsuyuki and I were very close this past year. I say dealt with my amnesia, but like most friends who see each other regularly, we didn't actually have meals together very often. We only occasionally mentioned our food preferences in passing. Only now, confronted with this situation, do I realize how much of a fool I've been. I see. Alright then. It covers the basics. Now, we'll get into some questions related to the special nature of our division. Might give you a scare, but there's no time to ease you into the things. You don't know what's going on with that corpse, do you? Her lips move, parting and closing, slicing the words into shards, and drive themselves into my ears, steady and relentless. If I'm not mistaken, she's been dead for quite some time.
Oh, was I correct?
So I was correct. So she has been dead for a while.
Called it.
It's still unclear what could sustain a corpse's activity for this long. With next to no decay, we'll have to hold off on a closer examination until we bring the body back. But how? Ever since I first met Hatsuyuki, she's always been the same. With me, with everyone else. How could she have been dead this whole time? My voice is on the verge of cracking. But Kazumatsuru just arches an eyebrow. She seemed just like anyone else for a long time. She spoke and she smiled vibrant down to the smallest detail. Isn't that right? I've dealt with a few similar cases. It's rare, but not impossible. You might want to ask that mutual friend of yours if something happened to her when you weren't around. Her body shows extensive blunt force injury and numerous suture scars, like she's been pierced together. Some of the wounds have been stitched multiple times. The surrounding muscle and skin is severely damaged, especially from here to there. Kazumatsuru reaches out, tracing a line from my shoulder down to my knee.
That's a lot.
Until her hand finally presses against my spasming stomach. I try to swallow, but find my throat scorched dry. It throbs with a deep-seated, knife-sharp pain. Kazumatsuru's eyes meet mine. I see my own reflection, frozen stiff, in her calm pink gaze, eyes wide and staring, expression blank. A picture of utter absurdity. I haven't gotten to my question, but it looks like you've got something on your mind. Well, out with it. You want to know why your friend ended up like this, don't you? Spit it out. It might open up another lead for us. I open my mouth. My voice comes out hoarser than I realized. Who did this to her? And more than that, who could get Hatsuyuki to cover for them? I overheard Hatsuyuki at our place last night. She was complaining about having to cut something open to take it out. Was it something we ate together yesterday? Probably. A living corpse doesn't have functioning organs. The food scraps just rot away in the stomach, and you're hesitating. Anything else? When Hatsuyuki collapsed, I also saw the white monster. A white monster? A white monster with wings, its head unfolding like a lily. Kazumatsuru's expression abruptly transforms. Her bright pink eyes pin me to the spot, like a serpent locking onto its prey. Okay, last question. As Kazumatsuru speaks, she switches back to that look of mild impatience. And that spasm of emotion just now was nothing but my imagination. This is supposed to be the part where I squeeze a confession out of you, but forget it. You know who you've rubbed the wrong way. What? When it comes to cases we deal with, I don't generally explain all this nonsense to the people involved. Parapsychology, this special division that It all sounds way too far-fetched, like something out of a novel. We have our ways of making sure you spill every last detail you know, and don't remember a single thing afterwards. You won't even dream about it. In closing a case, for most people and even society at large, all we have to do is find a plausible excuse to smooth things over, say an acute heart attack, or stroke, or maybe drug abuse. There are all sorts of stories to run with, and evidence is easy to come by. Of course, getting poisoned by a male companion and a predetermined murder, that works too. That's why, and why did it happen to happen in the theater in front of all these people? Talk it up to the suspect's sense of ceremony. After those things the suspect heard and the white monster he saw, they serve as further proof that this actor was so immersed in drama he lost the ability to distinguish between fantasy and reality. Delirious and raving, he turned his blade on the victim who came to the theater with him. During inquiry, we notice that he avoids eye contact. His demeanor is furtive, as if he's hiding something. That is highly suspicious, and after a few rounds of questioning, the witnesses will all develop the same impression. You follow what I'm saying? Sorta, kind of. You lost me. You're threatening me. Very clever. But let's not put it that way. Call it a mutual beneficial opportunity. You don't want to know what happens to the people we take into custody. Will you get out of telling me all this? You got a real knack for tough questions, you know that? A roar of laughter draws the attention of the remaining officers in the theater, but she casually waves them off. She turns back to me, dashing the tears of laughter from her eyes, and slowly holds up 2 fingers. First off, someone asked me to stir up some trouble for you, but I can't stand him. Second, it's because of that thing you saw. A head cleft like a blossom lined with fangs, wings toed in its wake like a weightless shadow. Should the mind of its attention befall thee, then shall the 8 emerald eyes swivel as one. Lord Octoporus, as those black magic practitioners call it, spent years in hot pursuit of it and its followers. It appears next to the deceased, meaning your friend, who was turned into a living corpse, was almost certainly under the control of a black mage who worships it. Oh.
Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? And I'm like, okay, here we go. We're after the same thing. Don't you want to learn the truth behind her death? That mage is sure to know more than either of us. I can let you walk out of that door unharmed, but in return, you have to help me find them.
I mean, I guess I don't have much of a choice. Like, ordinary people can't see the shadows of the gods.
You can do that, can't you? With those words, Kazumatsu extends her hand before me. A whirling gale erupts from her palm, striking me square in the face. Welp. I instinctively hold my breath. My ears fill with a lingering wail of the wind. This is... I clamp my mouth shut, but I can tell from Katsumatsu's face that it's too late. You don't have to get into specifics. I'm not that much of a snoop, and I'm not interested in the Sakuma family secrets. The point is, the fact that you can see Lord Octopetrops makes you a rare, irresistible new recruit for them, and I'll find some way to get the news to them. But judging from the reaction just now, you have something you'd rather keep from me, don't you? If you like, you can go take care of whatever you want first. I'll be in touch when I can. Or we can wrap this up quickly and then I'll handle the rest myself, meaning you'll be out of it. What do you think? But if I head back first, I don't know where we'd go with that. But I feel like we should deal with the case. I don't want to know what happened to our friend. She's been dead a while. The fuck? Let's deal with this case first, yeah. And here I thought you'd go the other way. Okay, fine. I'll drop it. Well then, Kotori-sama-san, may I trouble you to accompany me back to the precinct? What do you do with Hatsuyuki's body? I'm corpse. Oh, that. We'll have to do an autopsy and analyze whether any magic were cast on her body. Once we're sure that everything checks out, we'll notify her family. Depending on the situation, the body might be returned to her family for burial, or we might handle all of that. If so, I'd like to make a request. Cousin Matsuru gives me a non-committal smile. Her fingers tap lightly and regularly against the arm of the chair, striking up a tactile rhythm. Give it a shot. Who knows? I might even say yes. Hatsuyuki's body... no. Corpse? Can I take a look later? Once I've spoken to the others in the troop, they won't take long. Oh. Now that it's come to this, I have to see things through myself. There's so much I've forgotten. Hatsuyuki was already like this when I met her. Now that she's gone, I can't let those scars be buried with her. At the very least, I need to know.
You've never seen a corpse up close, have you, O dainty young master? Try not to scare yourself silly. Well, since you ask, of course, I can arrange a little thing like that. But you'll have to wait until autopsy is over, at least. Thank you. This poor guy. Oh, I remember you from the udon stand. Man, I want some udon. If I make udon for lunch, I wonder if I'll make it a soupy udon or just a dry noodle. I haven't decided yet. I know, be careful with that, or I'll dock your pay when we get back. Oh, this poor guy. Shibata shrinks away, shoulders hunching in terror, and hurries back on stage. He and the other officers reflexively bellow, "Yes," in unison, then huddle together like a flock of frightened quails. Before long, Hatsuyuki's body is lifted onto a stretcher. In a flurry of activity, her arm dangles over the crowd, swaying stiffly with each jolt. Finally, together with the crowd, she vanishes beyond the heavy door. As I try to rise to my feet, though my unsteady feet, Cousin Matsuru tugs me out of the theater seat. Before I came in, one of the staff said this place was leased to the Emerald Eye Troupe. Yeah. I and Hatsuyuki were both actors in the troupe. I see. Cousin Matsuru signals to me to follow her. Her boots are made of tough leather, but her heels sink into the carpet, with only a soft rustle. Perfect. I remember we've got some files about that troupe in our archives. I'll show you. What files? An uneasy
premonition is forming in my heart. Just what could have happened for the troop to end up in the police archives?
That's also concerning.
It's nothing illegal, but, well, you should see for yourself. Kazumatsuru finishes, speaking just as we reach the theater entrance. The accumulated snow glints beneath the darkened sky. Wind whips through the door, trailing moonbeams in its wake. We weave together into a blast of bitter cold that I feel in my bones. What should I say? And what should I do? Before I return to the theater, before the suspended blade comes down upon my neck. But in this moment, I can't help thinking, if only I could just stay here forever and ever. Till I figured out a way to spin this tale that will spare everyone's tears and transmute agony to blissful relief. That would be perfect. And now we're back outside. Kazematsuru and I board the last car in the police convoy. Perhaps because of the late hour, the car speeds through mostly deserted streets, and with so many bumps and jolts, I almost throw up the few scraps left in my stomach.
I'm actually surprised he didn't throw up at all.
It's only when the car halts before the police station that I can finally catch my breath. Come on out. Let's make this quick. As Kazematsuru yanks the door open and urges me out of the car, the junior officer driving the car has long since made himself scarce. Maybe he's terrified of his intimidating supervisor too. I mean, she's not too bad, but she is a supervisor, so. I thought I felt a cough coming, but I guess it passed. The entryway to the police station is remarkably imposing. The two-story Western-style building is adored with ostentatious marble columns. It's plain to see that they have a generous budget that's been renovated, or maybe it was just built recently. I followed Kazumatsuru through that brand new doorway. We occasionally crossed paths with some uniformed police officers. They seem to be low-ranking and are scrupulously polite to Kazumatsuru and to me riding on her coattails. Even before we get too far off, their true colors become clear. I can hear the venom they spit behind our backs. It's not pleasant. I reflexively glance at Kazumatsuru. It shows no sign of having heard a word.
No, I'm pretty sure she heard it. She's just ignoring it.
Because you probably hear it all the time. I mean, being a female police officer, especially in the Taisho time, was probably not great. She leads me through the main hall, along a moonlit walkway lined with snow and withered twigs, and down another flight of stairs. Finally, she stops in front of a door labeled Archives. And here we are. Are you sure it's fine? Just let me in like this?
I was thinking that too. I was like, you're just letting me in the archives? I mean, I thank you, but like, it's not a problem?
It's fine. There's no one else around this late. Besides that Sakuma name of yours. Opens a lot of doors. But you got a point. Hold on a second. Kazumatsuru raises her hand, bringing together her gloved index and middle fingers. With light and swift gestures, she spells a line of words on the door. I can't make out what she's writing. When he finishes the last stroke, a cold gust of wind suddenly sweeps through the warm corridor. The rapid squall whistles through the air, tossing my hair and clothes. The swirling winds converge on that ordinary, nondescript door. Cousin Matsuru's writing flashes brilliant for a moment, then goes dark just as quickly. Finally, like the dissipating wind, it vanishes without a trace. It's completely different from what Hatsuyuki showed me. This is a magnificent power that's never bothered to hide its dangerous fangs. That'll do it. Interesting. Using magic to open the door. But then I guess that helps prevent like people that don't know about any of this from getting into it. And with that, she pushes open the door and confidently strides in, quickly vanishing out of sight behind two cabinets. The middle surface of the filing cabinet warps my reflection. Countless cabinets hold countless copies of me, like a labyrinth of mirrors. Thousands of eyes glitter back at me from those depths, flashing green or blue under the indiscreet lamps. I shut the door behind me and head inwards, following the sound of the tapping boots. The reflections on both sides follow me. Their severed bodies swing. That'd be crazy. The metal flashes white before my eyes. There's nothing like glass. That whiteness is completely blank, devoid of any reflection or stain. An empty desert as hazy as a mirage. I look myself in the eye. The reflection is sightless, but I'm seized by the inexplicable feeling that I'm being watched. Surely it's just an illusion, because my reflection's eyes are so clear. That's the only explanation. Found it. Sakuma? You're still there. Cousin Matsuru's voice drifts to me. I squeeze my way between the filing cabinets and spot her at a row of cabinets against the wall. She's holding a slim folder. I wonder what's in it. Do we get to see it? I want to see it. Here you go. Those are all duplicates. You'll just put them back in when you're done. She slaps the folder against my chest. I have to scramble to keep it from falling. There isn't much inside, just an old newspaper, a few photographs, a sheaf of reports. News reports of the accident. Oh, the train accident. I'm like, what accident? Right, the train accident. The old newspaper rustles as I pick it up. It seems to have been lying there for quite a while. The front page is dominated by an article about the train accident. Signal failure or human error. Tokaido main line derailment. Accident exposes hidden hazards. Death toll 143. Oh shit. That's a lot of people. My throat feels parched just from reading this far. The printed text sears into my retinas. A familiar pain is spreading through my temples, as though I've been struck by something heavy. Echoes ring through me. My trembling fingers. I peel away a photograph from the clip stack, and I get a stark black and white view of the train tumbling from the tracks, engulfed in flames and the broken and shattered human bodies. It's impossible to tell the dead from the living. There are close-up shots of severed limbs. I can see the mingled flesh and stumps of bone. My brain throbs. I'm going to throw up. I'll splatter these pictures with the hues of fat, marrow, and blood. Ugh. Oozing yellow fat, ashen white ends of split bone, soft pink tendons enfolding them, blood slowly oxidizing from crimson to rust brown. When the human body is taken apart, it should resemble an oil painting in lush colors. But when it's truly laid bare before me, carelessly splashed with pigments, its cross-section on display to the entire world, my only sensation is horror. Everything was scorching hot in the wake of the explosion. I could feel someone hauling me along. Blood steamed from my ringing ears, but amidst the aggregate stench of burning chemicals, my lungs kept working. No matter how much I wished they wouldn't, they still faithfully brought me a scent that roused my appetite. My brain was in ecstasy. It told me that this was the aroma of roasted flesh. The smell which elated me feels so palatable now. Huh, interesting. So indelible, as if it might truly have made my mouth water and my stomach growl. What? As if among the screams and moans of my fellow humans, it might have filled me with a craving to sit upon them, to bite and swallow and devour. What? I'm gonna say what a lot. Maybe this isn't just a hallucination. How else could I so vividly imagine the itch of the blood creeping across my skin? My mind stopped short, but I'm reeling in terror. Did I do something else to them? In that expanse of darkness, beyond my mind's reach? Did I sniff? Did I lick? Did I... Hey, are you okay? Matsuru lightly pats me on the shoulder, then plucks the photograph out of my hand. It's creased from being clutched too tightly. She flips briefly through the photographs, then tucks them away in her pocket. Pulls a shelf of documents out of the folder and shoves them into my hands. It's like she's draping a cloth over a box so I can no longer see what's inside. All I'm left with is that hallucination. So real. And so insubstantial all at once. These are rougher going than I thought. You should try reading the text instead. I swallow my saliva. The noise seems to ring loud in the quiet archives. Matsuru might have heard it, but if so, she simply arches an eyebrow and waits for me to speak. I remembered some things from back then. Back then, when the train derailed, I think something exploded. I smelled burning. My head is spinning, my stomach churns with nausea. Speaking is an ordeal. Every word feels like it has to be ground into powder and squeezed through the gaps between my teeth. The burning, that's enough. Sorry. Matsuru seems a little startled, but he swiftly makes a hold it right there gesture, cutting off any further speech. Huh? Oh, no need to apologize. What I mean is, you only just remembered all this. Telling me all about it right away can be easy on you both physically and mentally. I know about things. I've been there too. Facing your fellow humans. Thinking how delicious they smell and holding back your appetite or whatever you call it. What? This is a normal thing? I thought it was just weird. It's not easy for a regular civilian to deal with. Her voice and demeanor are completely calm. A silent balm to my strained nerves. Besides, you were so badly injured you lost your memory. I doubt you could move around that much. If you didn't do it, you didn't. You don't have to beat yourself up over thoughts that never came true. The point is, you've had amnesia and only just remembered all this. It's not your problem. Do you want to keep reading? Yes. I take a few deep breaths, and when my emotions have settled a little, I pick up the sheets of reports again. But as I read, a nagging feeling strengthens that something is off. I subconsciously frown. The preliminary investigation found that a moderate-sized explosion occurred in carriage 9, but no explosive residue was detected at the scene.
Magic. Anytime something is like without an explanation, I'm just gonna be like, magic. Because it seems like it would make the most sense, I guess. If logic doesn't hold, then magic.
Okay. What does this mean?
It means that the explosive in that carriage amounted to around 3 cans of gunpowder. The explosion caused the carriage to overturn and triggered a whole series of other reactions, but no trace of them was found. In a situation like this, it's only reasonable to run a sweep for magical activity. But I wasn't in Tokyo at the time, so it couldn't be done, or rather they didn't want to deploy manpower from this side, and now there's no way to follow up. It was probably magic. Magic. Didn't want to. It's a matter of life and death. And so what? Someone wanted to cover it up. Someone was willing to pay the compensation. And certain people needed proof that I and my special investigation division are all useless waste of space. Something else seems to occur to her. Her expression darkens and she says no more. I replace the investigation report in the folder. Kazumatsu reties the strings with practiced ease and sets it away again in the unlabeled cabinet. Are you angry about that? I feel like I ought to be angry, and I am, but for some reason, I'm not particularly surprised. Just as I've personally witnessed before and heard from others, this sort of internal strife is inevitable between people. It's not rare by any means. What matters is how you turn it to your advantage. The ache in my forehead swells and sharpens. I don't like this line of thinking, and what I hate even more is that, for some reason, my brain has accepted it as a routine truth. My neck feels like it's snapped under its weight. My head sags lower and lower, about to kiss the dirt at my feet. And for some reason, there's a constant, simmering unease in my heart. "143 people. Was there really no one else injured in the troop other than me? I'm wondering if Hatsuyuki actually died at that time." Kazumatsu strokes her chin. Then she speaks, dispelling the heavy silence that was starting to descend. "Stop spacing out. Now you've gotten your intel. It's time to help me out." "Ah, yes. Right. What is it?" Don't worry, I'll try my best, I swear. My tangled skeins of thought are abruptly shoved back into my skull, and I involuntarily stammer in response. Kazematsu ignores my lack of manners. She simply folds her arms and continues to speak.
Before getting into it, I have to ask. Looks like you already know about magic, but do you have any deeper understanding of it? Deeper understanding? I must be visibly at a loss because the look Kazumatsu gives me is exasperated, but unsurprised, like a veteran tutor faced with a slow pupil. I thought so, but I don't feel good about throwing you to the wolves like this. That's already tough explaining the basics to the precinct staff. Whatever. I sure hope you're smarter than that. I'll start with some common knowledge for mages. I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. First off, what you need to know is that these powers, the gifts from the gods, can be passed down through the bloodline. That's what Hatsuyuki said too. Also, the materials used in magic rituals are pricey, and it's hard to cover the cost alone. So mages value inheritance and family ties over anything else. You've been through this yourself, haven't you? You suddenly discovered you had some strange ability, and you were all at sea. You had no clue why this was happening. Magic is kept secret from the regular public, and also from mages who don't have teachers to guide them. I nod, reflecting on how I'm still completely ignorant of my own magic, and I have no idea where to even start unraveling this tangle. So you should just assume that if you butt heads with a mage, you'll find yourself in no end of trouble. I mule over Kazumatsu's words, wondering exactly how she figures into all this. But judging from how she acted today, I'm guessing she's no end of trouble herself. But since it can be passed out by blood, I'm still putting together my sentences when Kazumatsu stops, looking uncharacteristically hesitant. She's silent for a while before finally letting out a sigh. The sound of that sigh seems to bring to life every story I've ever heard about brother turning against brother. You're spot on. And things are actually better in this generation. Before this, if a family had too many children with talents, the family mansion was essentially a coliseum. Coliseum. And if there was anything worth inheriting on top of that, the clash would continue until one party died. The main family fought among themselves, and the branch families, after defeating their own siblings, still had the vibe with the main family's children. Some mages were so set on preserving the purity of their bloodlines that even... No, let's not go there. You don't need to know any more than that. Yes. I see. Kazumatsu speaks in a low voice, her expression pained. But she quickly shakes that off and moves on to another subject. That's all on this topic. You also know about ateliers for the majority of witches. Why I say witches? Why do you even think witches? Majority of mages. This is the most important thing. Ateliers. Yet another new noun. But I'm still at a loss. All I can do is wait, hopefully for her solution to this riddle. I assume you just came into contact with magic recently, yes? After a long silence, I can only reply with a brief noise of assent. In fact, I can count the number of times on one hand, I think derivativously to myself. And these scant incidents all bear the indelible traces of Hatsuyuki, impossible to ignore or forget. Even after my nerves have been dulled by the constant barrage of blunt questions, the pain is still lodged in my memory, like so many fine needles. So it was too late, huh? Alright, listen very closely to what I'm about to say. Mages to be exact. Most of those hereditary guys each have an atelier that belongs to them. That's where they're in closest contact with their divine blessings. The principles of constructing an atelier are way too complicated to get into here. Basically, think of it as a series of large-scale magic rituals that take a huge toll on the practitioner. Once the construction is done, they gain a secret space that belongs to them and exists outside of this world. So we got a separate thing in this world, outside this world. So it's here, but it's not here. Do I get to see one of these? I would like to experience. Unless they're unconscious or grant someone else permission to enter, this space belongs solely to them forever. Now, I'm guessing you've heard a thing or two about Buddhism and Taoism and all that nonsense. Well, an atelier is the equivalent of their flower or leaf, or their bodhi. It never disappears, and in the hands of a mage who lives long enough, it becomes a treasure trove. It's almost impossible to construct an atelier single-handedly, which means that, effectively, only families can afford it. And since it can be transferred between people, well, I think you can guess what happens. It's inherited. Got it in one. Kazumatsuru snaps her fingers. Is it just me or does she look relieved? She reminds me of a teacher, pleasantly surprised that a young child is actually capable of studying. Yeah, she's like a proud teacher, like, yay, you understand, let's go, woohoo, you get a gold star. I can barely imagine what sort of people she's been working with until now. It's very expensive, and its value accumulates over time, making it perfect to be passed down as a family heirloom. Which means that mages who have the backing of families and mentors, and who are regarded as the next in line, basically all have their own ateliers, or are about to inherit them. Who knows? I bet if you go back to the Sakuma family, they'll have one ready and waiting for you. Her lips twitch as she says this, and she changes the subject again, with seeming nonchalant. Ugh, I'm getting off topic. What it all boils down to is that ateliers are where mages can exert their powers to the full extent. That's why most of them secure their atelier in an object they can carry with them, so they can enter at any time. Where a mage is carrying out magical studies or preparing for a ritual, their atelier is the safest place to be, and it's almost the most dangerous place for an invader. I need to make contact with the worshippers, but I don't want to get you killed. If you notice that your surroundings have changed, you better watch out. Yeah, I'm like, what if I try to leave? How do I leave? Find the exit or get the mage to let you out, or knock them unconscious. Of course, the best way to handle it is to kill them, but in your case, just sweet talk them, no matter how much you have to bow and scrape and grovel. Dignity is less important than keeping and staying alive. Get out of there and let me deal with the rest. Speaking of which, Kazumatsuru's severe gaze settles on me. Her voice is stern. Do you have experience wielding magic?
Maybe in the past. But now,
I don't know anything. There's no point bluffing here. Even though Kazumatsuru's stare sends chills down my spine, I nod. You're honest. They're a rebel type. Good. That's right. That's how everyone should be. Her gloved hand grips mine. She's squeezing quite hard. It hurts, but I bite back my yelp of pain before it can emerge. Because the look on her face scares me a little. It's like what exactly? It feels vaguely familiar, as if someone once inspected me with this exact expression. Focus, don't get distracted, close your eyes. My eyes automatically fall shut at her voice. Before long, a soft breeze, threaded with the slightest chill, flows through our joined palms and gently makes its way into my bloodstream. Interesting. My heart starts to pound. That familiar tugging sensation courses through me again, and in the next instant, I'm enveloped in that chill. So I feel something, like blood, but not quite, pouring out of my heart, rushing through my veins. It swiftly and tenaciously swarms into the crevices between every cell. At last, it comes to a halt at the back of my tongue, with a faint prickling pain. It is your magic. It issues from the heart, the weakest part of a mage's body, and finally condenses in the body part you use to wield your magic. So I can wield my magic in different body parts? Noted. So if I wanted to use my magic from my head, it would work? Remember the way that flows. When you need to use it, let your consciousness trace that path backwards to your heart and call upon the magic stored in your body. If you can't sense it, extreme emotions are a good way to pressure yourself and get your heart rate up. That's a bonus technique. As Katsumatsu finishes her calm speech, that chilly, syrupy feeling dissipates like a gust of wind. All that's left is a sudden molten surge of magic in my mouth. I'm seized by a strange impulse to open my mouth, to speak, and I'm absolutely certain that I have the power to make those words on the tip of my tongue become an even greater reality. My mind is full to bursting. What should I say? The situation right now is so similar to how things were back then in the theater. Did the script's transformation happen because of me? Or was it? My brain feels like it's crammed inside a mortar, being pulverized into a sticky pulp. And my tongue moves faster than my mind. It must be calm. As soon as the last word tumbles out, the pain in my tongue fades. I hope it hasn't left a blister. There. I've settled it. Oh, I've said it. An abrupt hush settles across the room. Kazumatsu's sudden silence makes me a little uneasy. I instinctively widen my eyes. Her expression is completely blank, but the next instant, she's back to the same severe manner I remember from our meeting at the theater, as if what I just saw was a mere illusion. She loosens her tight grip on my hand and straightens up, moving a little stiffly. Sorry, I got kind of worked up there. You okay? My hand hurts a bit. Kazumatsu heaves a deep sigh. The filing cabinet casts a shadow over her features. I'll buy you something to eat, to make up for it. Sorry about that. Damn. That sure is something. Don't use your magic here. And don't go around showing it off in front of other people. If you can't be sure, they'll keep their mouth shut. Remember how that felt just now? You can practice a bit more if you have the time. After all, other mages will be giving you time to meditate. You have a whole lot of magical power. Your talent is greater than many people have seen. You just need practice. She lets out another sound like a sigh. She seems to be doing that a lot today.
Well, I mean, she's probably tired dealing with this case. She's like, oh boy. Hopefully it doesn't go bad. It's probably also a lot of work. And one last thing. She rests her hand on her uniform belt, then turns her palm upwards. Suddenly, something appears in her hand. It looks like a pink tentacle, its body giving the occasional squirm. What are those? Oh, familiar. Okay. Familiar. It looks like a combination of like a snail and what are those things called that have the little eyes like that? My mind is blank. But that thing. This time, I can feel my face go rigid. Kazumatsu picks up the tentacle between her fingers. It seems docile enough. I watch it wiggle like a worm. Tugged up by its neck. Do tentacles even have necks? It thrashes with all its might, like it's trying to escape the grip of the human hand. Familiars are also constructed, but there's no time to teach you that. I'll go into it later. Familiars derive their abilities from their component materials and the magic used in the ritual. A long time ago, making familiars also required praying to the gods, but now that's been replaced by using purified materials. It works just as well. Oh, how nice. I don't have to go through all that other stuff. Most of them aren't harmless, and they aren't as small as this one here. If you run into a familiar, you better brace yourself. Well, I know it's a familiar though. I mean, if they look like that, I will know. But what if they look more like regular animals? I gaze at the tentacle in Kazumatsu's hand, instead of flexing, slowly curling and unwinding again. I strive to suppress my instinctive repulsion for something so alien, but I get nowhere. So I have to stop looking at it. I try not to be rude, so I still myself and let Kazumatsu finish before I speak. What can this familiar do? Kazumatsu's lips move, and a wave of regret bears down on me. Oh no. Oh, well, since you asked, I'm going to put it in your eye. What? No. I don't want things in my eyes. Look, no. In my eye? Wait, what's this all of a sudden? Don't be gouging your eye or blinding you. Not to that sort of thing. This thing has no offensive power. It's the safest type of familiar. Even when it enters your eye, it'll keep itself hidden. You won't feel any discomfort. Kazumatsu hoists the familiar a little higher, shooting me into a full view of its mouthless body and plump, glistening suckers. Its purpose is to boost your sensitivity to magic, so you can visually observe any spell traces and magical residue. Oh, that's actually pretty neat. Not bad. That way you'll notice if a mage passes by. If you know who they are, you'll be on your guard, won't you? It'll help keep you safe. Also, if you get attacked or stumble into someone else's atelier, and let me know your location, and I'll come to your rescue. Oh, very nice. Kazumatsu seems to be completely in earnest. Putting something onto my eye still sounds incredibly dodgy, but I can tell from her words that she's deeply concerned with my personal safety. Does this just come with being a cop, or did something happened before? Her brilliant eyes are trained on me, but no matter how I try, I can't discern any trace of a lie in their tranquil depths. It's rude to pry into someone else's past. I clamped down on the urge and turned back to the tentacle,
which now lies motionlessly in Kazumatsuru's hand, presumably worn out from struggling. This poor little familiar. Just like, please, let me be. I'm trying not to contemplate how it'll feel against my eye. Does it really have to go in my eye? Is there any other way? Most spells only last a short time. Anything of a longer duration takes a bit too much preparation. And if you just keep it with you, an observant mage will easily pick up on it. You're sure this is fine? Of course. I wouldn't get this wrong, even just on account of the Sakuma family. Sakuma family again. Yep. Just what kind of family are they? That people keep bringing them up. If I could have come back a little earlier and learned more. If I could remember what happened before, would things be different? I think if there's any way I can make up for it. Fine, I agree. But I don't want to hurt too much.
It's going into her eyes.
Kazematsuru seems taken aback by my ready agreement as she reaches out and cups my face. Her gloves are coarse, her clawed fingertips graze across my cheeks, and slowly make their way to my right eye, leaving a trail of warmth in their wake. When she peels open my eyelid with 2 fingers, I inadvertently choke on a mouthful of spit. My expanded field of vision can now clearly take in the indescendant light beaming down from the ceiling, and Kazumatsuru's face approaching mine, eyes gleaming like gems.
Hey, yo, what the fuck did I... So basically, the police officer is putting her magical familiar in our eye, so we're more sensitive to magic and we're gonna be able to tell, like, if there's a mage around or if we're like in their area or whatever. And it'll also alert her if we're in danger. So that's what's happening. And the little tiny slimy thing that's going in our eye apparently. I was like, no, not in my eyes. Not in my eyes. Katsumatsu picks up the tentacle. Its fleshly pink body draws closer and closer to my eye. The tentacle uncoils, its tip languishly swaying in the air. My body grows taut with anxiety. I can feel Kazematsuru's breath and the stirring of the wind. Hold still. You say hold still, but I would freak out. Even if I knew this was coming, I'd freak out. Like when I go to the eye doctor and they do the little like puff into your eye, like I know it's coming, but I always instinctively try to blink or just or I back up. So I'm just like, no, I don't want it. And force my eyes to stay open. My eyeballs swivel clumsily to the side. The tentacle is coming closer and closer, so close that I can make out the faint patterns on its skin. Ugh. I don't think any psychological torture could beat this. The instant it settles on my eyeball, I instinctively blink. Everything goes dark. All I sense is that touch upon my eye, vivid and unmistakable. The tentacle is icy against my eyeball. Its suckers are fastened to the most vulnerable part of my head, like an insect's pincers pressing into rotten wood. But then it rapidly melts into my eye socket like water, dashing real tears from my eyes. I can't tell if any part of the familiar is washed out with them. Finally, a faint sliver of light reappears. Only then do I notice that my right eye's vision is blurry, like I'm peering through a pink veil. Juxtaposed with my normal left eye, it feels surreal, as the world's been split in two. No, why can't I see clearly?
As I ask my hesitant question, Kazematsuru's finger shifts from my eyelid to my eye socket. She helps to wipe away the reflexive tears that are still seeping out. The gesture seems so gentle, but I might just be imagining things. I mean, just because she's a police officer doesn't mean she's rough, you know. She has a heart. You'll be fine soon. It's still fusing. She sounds so calm. Her gaze lingers on my face for a long time, taking in every detail. I can't help but feel like a lab rat. I mean, basically. I'm not sure how much time passes, but it must take a while. So long that the belated pangs of hunger start to gnaw at my stomach. Finally, the color obscuring my vision drains away, and everything once again looks the same as before. As my vision clears, my ears almost simultaneously pick up the rumbling of my stomach. I can tell Katsumatsu hears it too, but her lips do quirk upwards in a slight smirk. Can you see now? Yes. Then you can go. Go back and practice wielding your magic. Your body needs to get used to the traces of magic circulation. While you're doing that, I'll put the word out about you. Let me know as soon as the mage gets in touch. Kazematsu pulls out a wallet from nowhere, extracts a stiff card, and thrusts it into my hand before I can refuse. Business card. It's an exquisitely crafted business card. Ooh, that calligraphy. It's very nice. With the black lettering against a white background. It has a solid heft to it, and the embossed patterns graze subtly against my fingertips, like the touch of a chill wind. Her name, number, and address are printed neatly on the card. Under the dim light, I can see flecks of gold powder glistening amidst the ink. There's no other unnecessary embellishment. Shinbashi. A personal card? For a personal matter. Oh, right. I'll buy you dinner too. You were getting hungry, weren't you? She knew. She knew. Kazematsu lets her impeccably straight back slouch a little, as if she's setting down a great weight. Her voice sounds more relaxed too. All that constant stern expression and graying hair. In this moment, she finally invices some of the lightness befitting her age. I know an izakaya around here that serves pretty good food. It makes for the perfect supper. Investigation or revenge. You can't do any of that on an empty stomach, isn't that right? Before we leave, out of the corner of my right eye, I notice that my wrist is glimmering faintly with hazy traces of blue and pink, like rippling water or silk threads. What are those? The patterns almost seem to intertwine, weaving into an intricate, unbroken skein. And Kazematsu's collar also radiates gentle sparks of mingled blue and pink, like a gemstone under the light. Ooh, what's that? See something weird? Yeah, some kind of glowing pattern. Oh, that's right. What you're saying are traces of your magic and mine. Remember, if you spot traces like this, that's when you have to be aware of everything. Absolutely everything. Having said her piece, Kazematsu shoves open the door of the archives. It suddenly draws on me what her expression reminds me of. Like a person helplessly watching sand slip through their fingers, who suddenly catches sight of a life-saving straw. Why are you still standing around? Don't you want supper? My train of thought cuts off. I reply by instinct. Coming. It's well into the night, but the police station is still a bright hub of teeming activity. Cousin Matsuru says nothing as we walk, and neither do I. I simply follow behind her, head bowed. I lose trace of how many times I falter, but just as I'm about to speak, Kazumatsuru suddenly stops walking. A relative, because they look similar. I freeze, startled. Standing in front of us is a youth. He looks quite young and remarkably haughty. His feet are firmly planted, squarely blocking our way. There you found more cannon fodder, Captain Kazumatsuru. Kazumatsu. If I still had any doubts as to the C's identity, his hostile greeting was clear. Kazumatsu folds her arms. Even without seeing her face, I could hear the chill in her voice. It's none of your business, Kijimoto. This provocation would go better on my father, if he could even get to see him in the first place. Oh, so we're not related? Your little brother is old enough to come stay with the main family now, isn't he? And I've heard all about the boy's gifts, even here in Tokyo. How's that going? Getting worried yet? The youth's pale face gradually floods with red, and I can hear the gnashing of his teeth. His nostrils flare and quiver, and his hands at his sides ball tight into fists. Damn. He's a mixture of swelling fury, but under Kazumatsuru's stare, he can't help his voice from quaking. That's supposed to scare me. He's just a little brat, and the main family still hasn't named you as heir. Isn't that because of your screw up? You think you're any better off than me? I frown. So they are related. No matter what, he's taking things a bit too far. It's obvious that he doesn't intend to let us go anytime soon. But Officer Kazumatsu, who is he? I briefly skimmed through the roles I've played before and let my brows furrow more perceptibly. Are all the plays in this precinct so rude and so determined to waste other people's time? What a shame. This officer looks like a competent enough sort, but clearly he just puts on a show. And I can't make heads or tail of all this babbling. It's a little alarming. Maybe you should go to the hospital. Kijimoto's already flushed face takes an even deeper hue of a drunk man. His brows shoot up, and he glares daggers at me as if he's on the verge of flinching curses. The words that come hurtling from his mouth make my eardrums twinge in discomfort. And who the hell are you? Where do you get off insulting me? Me? I'm just a regular person who happens to know a few news reporters and who can't get home because you're pestering me. Really. When Officer Kazumatsu invited me here to go over the situation, I never thought I'd run into something like this. Before it got out, it'd give the public quite a bad impression of Ginza or even Tokyo. Where would we be then? Sure, go on all about the people you know. You're probably just some con man. Kijimoto's eyes are quivering, but his voice blares as loud as ever. He seems to be trying to regain his dignity with all his bluster. Just the expressions between these two is hilarious. That's so. Then how about you give Editor-in-Chief Asano a call at the Labor News, as if he's heard of some fellow called Kotori Sakuma. Wait, Sakuma? Your name is Sakuma? He doesn't dare to keep speaking. Or to put it in another way, he's weak by nature, and as soon as anyone might be able to take him down. Look at our boy!
His expression is like, he's like, nah, man, get out of here. Even if he claims not to believe it, he won't have the courage to put it to the test. Cousin Matsuru flings out her last words. They make Kijimoto's entire body go rigid. So, he got in my way just to waste Sakuma-san's and my precious time. All the stubborn wrangling isn't going to make walnut-sized brain any smarter. After so many years in Tokyo, you still haven't grown at all. It's a real shame. Also, if I let my father know that you were making a scene here, throwing your name around, disgracing the Special Investigation Division and the entire precinct, well, you better think through how this might hurt your chances against your brother. Scram. Get out of our way. Oh, let me just. Cousin Matsu waves him away briskly. Through my right eye, I watched a flurry of pink wind send the youth reeling. He staggers back a few steps, clearing our path. As I walk past that Kijimoto-san, not cowered into silence, Cousin Matsu grabs me by the arm, and we leave him behind us. Well, I think that's a nice place to stop because we got a little laugh after all that tenseness. Let me save. Let's save over here. Let's go for here. And okay, closing out the game. Callie, hi. Welcome to streaming. So we're just finishing up because I am getting hungry and I would like some food. They were talking about food and I was like, man, I haven't eaten yet either. I should go eat too. I should eat too as well. Thinking of making some udon. Udon sounds nice. Udon's so good, right? Udon's so good. Want some udon. Udon is very nice. So I was like, udon sounds good. Because they were talking about udon in the games. I was like, udon. I have Subway and a waffle. Ooh. Sounds yummy. Try to find someone to riddle. Think we'll braid this person. I haven't decided what I want to put on my udon yet. But I'll figure it out. Let's see.
let's do. So these are my socials if you want to follow any of them. Yeah, udon noodles. If you want to follow any of those, is the socials. This is the raid message. If I can. There we go. Raid message. Dear and down. Sure, I spelled the name correctly. Okay. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the Fall in Love Festival. I have it pinned if you want to go and look at all the games that are in there. All the romance visual novels. There's so many. And we're gonna continue next week and play some more. And then also finally start the Nikkei Resident Evil collaboration event as well. I haven't even touched it. I wanted to do at least the first part with the community before I go and play some more myself. Yeah, it's Nikkei and Resident Evil collaboration, so very nice. I love Resident Evil, so I'm excited to see what they've done with the event, and also excited to play more visual novels from the Fall in Love Festival next week. I also have some more spoopy ones to start Spooktober as well for October. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time zone is for you. And I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.